Good morning. It's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
You know what that means?
It's a fasting day.
Which means there's no breakfast.
No breakfast. Coffee.
Yeah, and I have some ice water. That's
Awesome.
exciting.
Awesome.
Yay. I'll
Good
probably
stuff.
have some tea later.
Good stuff.
How was your workout?
The workout was good.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but it was good. Well, I probably could have done one more leg exercise, but I didn't want to.
Didn't want to?
I didn't want to.
No?
No.
But you actually, you did legs.
I did legs, and I did calves,
Okay.
and I did my cardio blitz.
Oh, good.
Why don't I go like this when I say cardio blitz?
I don't have any idea.
Cardio blitz.
You're just a strange human. I had a terrible workout.
You did?
I had a terrible workout.
Well, you didn't tell me that when we were at the gym.
Well, what am I going to go up to you and say? I'm having a terrible
No,
workout?
I'm having a terrible workout.
If you had not been there, I would have totally left.
Really?
I was so over it. So I tried to do back today. I did not do a good job of doing back today. I just didn't feel like it, and my hip was bothering me. And
Yeah, you said your hip was bothering you. Yeah.
So I ended up sitting on the bike. I did a back workout. It just wasn't a very good one.
Right.
And then I sat on the bike while I waited for you. And I was going to ride the recumbent, but they were all full, so I ended up riding the other one.
Oh, right, yeah,
Instead.
I noticed that, because you said you're going on a bike, and I looked, and she didn't go on the bike. I went, oh, yeah, she went on the bike.
I went on a different bike.
Yeah.
So that was today.
Mm.
That's fine. We wanted to talk to you guys because we have changed our opinion of vitamins has evolved. We told you probably 6 weeks ago
Right.
about all the supplements that we take. Both of us have always taken supplements.
Yes.
And the more we research, the more we learn, the more that we, read about whole food plant-based eating, the more we're getting to the opinion that they're not necessary. Like,
Right.
A, they're not helpful, and B, they're not necessary.
And that's especially if you're on a whole food plant-based diet.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm conflicted.
You're
Because
conflicted?
I'm conflicted because on one hand, if McDonald's-esque type of food is what you're eating, then you're definitely not getting the nutrition you need. So how do you get those? So my answer normally would be, well, take a multivitamin or take some vitamins to supplement the fact that you're not getting your nutrients.
Right, that you're eating crap.
But what we're learning in books such as How Not to Die, I don't know if you can see it, is that all well and good, except your body cannot utilize those vitamins because they need to be not only in the proper form form.
And balanced.
And balance, right.
The way they're coming food.
The way they come in food. And
Right.
you also need the other things in food that help your body utilize those nutrients.
Right.
So,
What we read was that good morning, Sophie.
good morning, Sophie.
Taking vitamins, people are healthy who take vitamins, but it's usually because the people who take vitamins are healthier people in general. They exercise and they eat better and whatever. And so we read in one book, it said, don't take vitamins, behave like someone who takes vitamins.
I think that was Dr. McDougall. Was it McDougall?
I don't know which doctor it was. There's so many doctors at this
that
point
are into this. And that's good though.
Reading.
But that's actually a good sign.
Yeah.
That more and more doctors are realizing that, wait a second, why are we not learning about nutrition in med school?
Right.
What's going on here? And so that's a good thing.
But so, yeah, the thing is you have to, so we actually finished our vitamins, I guess, is what we came on to tell you guys, is we finished the vitamins that we have, and I don't think we're going to invest in any more.
Right.
And we're going to see how we feel. We had stopped taking the probiotic.
We stopped taking the
because
probiotic.
Because we were taking a probiotic as
Right.
well. We stopped taking that a month ago, maybe?
About a month ago, yeah.
So, and I used to have my stomach bothered me so badly. I mean, I couldn't find anything. Like I was taking probiotics, I was taking fiber every day. I was doing all this stuff because my stomach was bothering me, and my doctor was just at a loss as to how to fix it. And I don't have any of those issues anymore. I'm not taking the fiber anymore. I'm not taking the probiotic.
Right.
And as of a week ago or so, we're not.
Yeah, maybe about a week.
We're not taking the vitamins anymore. Yeah. So we'll have to let you guys know, how that works for us.
With the exception of vitamin B12.
Right. You do need vitamin B12, and that is because, and hopefully I get this right because I'm doing this from memory. Good morning, Kristen. It's nice to see you.
Morning, Kristen.
Vitamin B12 is made by a bacteria. And so humans used to get it by eating unwashed fruit and drinking water that hadn't been filtered, chlorinated.
Chlorinated, right.
But now, because we're so clean, which is a good thing, because we're not dying of salmonella and that kind of thing. So it's a good thing. I'm not recommending you stop washing your food.
Right.
Don't do that. But our bodies aren't getting the bacteria that makes vitamin B12 anymore. And so if you're on a whole food plant-based diet, vitamin B12 is the one thing that you should continue to take.
Yeah,
and we take it once a week.
So that's the point.
And you only need a minuscule
amount once a week, and you're fine. So that's the only thing that we keep doing at this point.
Right, and I think we were going to take vitamin D, and we haven't been.
I think we're kind of figuring that out.
They say you get vitamin D from the sun, which is true and which is awesome. There's also studies that say as you get older, your body gets less good at that. Obviously, living up here in Delaware, there's not a lot of sun this time of year. And also, I've had melanoma in the past.
Right.
And so while whole food plant-based eating, it helps your body rid yourself of cancer cells, I still am scared of melanoma. So, do I want to be in the sun to get vitamin D? Yes. Do I love being outside? Yes, absolutely. Am I worried about melanoma? Yes. Right. So I have this conflicting issue when it comes to getting my vitamin D from the sun.
Right. And are we going to go outside in the wintertime in our bathing suits to get sun?
No, I'm going to go, no, it's 25 degrees. I'm not going
that's
outside.
not really going to happen.
So I think at least for this time of year, we will probably continue to take a vitamin D if we can manage to remember, because apparently now that we're not taking vitamins, we can't remember
that whole process of automatic. But I'll say one thing, on top of the fact that we're not taking vitamins, we're also probably saving roughly $35 a month. So think about what bill you could be paying for that.
Not taking vitamins. So the whole food's definitely good. But I wanted to also talk to you, since we're talking about vitamins and nutrients and that kind of thing, I wanted to share that it is very possible for someone to be overweight, to be heavy, but their cells to be starving. And what happens then is, because you're not getting the nutrients that you need, your body keeps saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Right. And unfortunately, in America and in the Western diet in general, when your body says that it's hungry, what we feed it is junk. It's not even
snack food. Yeah.
It's snack food, it's McDonald's, it's fast stuff you pull out of your freezer.
Stop at Wawa and get something off the deli,
oven dinners that go straight from the freezer to the microwave. That's not food. And so your cells are still saying, yeah, that's great, that wasn't food, still feed me something. Right. And so we continue to eat the same stuff, and it makes us fat, but it doesn't feed our cells. And so we have to get better at eating real food. And somebody in the gym came up to us today, and his wife had called me and did a consultation with me last week or the week before, and he said to me, thanks, Robin, you've ruined my diet. And I said, I don't think I've ruined your diet. And Russ said to him, you'll thank us when you're 100.
No, actually what I said to him was, you'll be cursing us when you reach 100 years old. So
I talked to her about what they eat and how to replace some of the stuff with different foods. And he was like, she's soaking these green things. And he described to me, I said, it sounds like she's making you lentils.
Which is
very good for you. Eat them. Absolutely. He's like, yeah, I'll eat whatever she puts in front of me. So that's awesome. I'm excited for him as they're moving more and more toward whole food, plant-based eating. So that's really cool.
Right.
So I want to ask you guys to tell us kind of where can we help you as far as making one change to go more whole food, to get more nutrients from your food. Where do you struggle? Because we have the survey out there, and I ask you please take the survey because that's really helpful for us. I know that one person on the survey said that the biggest challenge they're having is conflicting information. Yes. And what I can say about that is, if you're getting information that's conflicting, look at where the source is. Because if it's coming from the meat industry, the dairy industry, the cheese industry, big food in general.
It's all about the source and where the information.
That is about their profits. It's not about your health. And the government is not a good source because they're funded by big food.
Right. Even the medical profession. Cannot be a good source because depending on who it is, where are they being funded from? And
that was a problem. If you look back at the way the tobacco industry kind of how long it took to fall. They came out with a study saying that that tobacco was bad for you. Well, there's tons of studies. I think there was like 7,000 of them before it came out. But the government came out and said tobacco is a problem, and the American Medical Association denied it because they had just been given $10 million by the tobacco industry.
Right. And keep in mind that a greater majority of physicians smoke. Back in those days.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Now the greater majority of physicians eat poorly because they're busy and they don't have time. I mean, how often do you go into your doctor and your doctor's 50 pounds overweight? So is that where you should be getting your nutrition advice anyway?
Right.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's scary.
So if you're getting conflicting information, look at the source. And the fact is, and I can't say this strongly enough, you can't go wrong eating real food.
So
You just can't.
and again, in this book, How Not to Die, I'll keep putting it up there. Hopefully I can get it where you can see it. He talks about certain diseases and basically how not to die from certain diseases. And he says, he always talks about the different types of foods that have been, as he puts here, scientifically proven.
Which, as a scientist, I hate. You can't prove. You can have evidence for, but we'll go with it.
So it says foods that are scientifically proven to prevent or reverse disease, and you list 15 of the most common causes of death, in this country. I'm going to ignore that.
Ignore my phone. It's fine. My phone is ringing, which distracts him.
But it did.
You're talking about the 15 diseases. You were going to.
Oh yeah. And basically what he says is he talks about the different obviously vegetables and fruits that have been scientifically proven to either prevent or reverse these diseases. And he said that. And look at it this way: if you take a medication that doesn't cure but just eases the symptoms, there are all these huge side effects. The side effects of eating a vegetable or a fruit that's been scientifically proven to help this particular disease, well, that side effect is good health.
Yeah.
So
the worst thing that happens to you is you're healthy.
Right. You get healthier than you were before. So, I did want to mention, and again, this is from Dr. Michael Greger, MD.
McGregor, isn't it? Or is it Greger?
It's Greger.
No, it's Greger. You're right.
Yes.
I was wrong.
And he lists the top 15 causes of death in this country, and he lists it in order. And basically, it's got a devoted chapter to how not to die from, and then he lists heart disease, lung disease, brain diseases, digestive cancers, infections, diabetes, high blood pressure, liver disease, blood cancers, kidney disease, breast cancer, suicidal depression, which can be brought on by bad diet, prostate cancer, Parkinson's disease.
And this is death by doctor. That's what that word means, death by doctor.
Okay, because I couldn't even pronounce it. Latrogenic?
Yeah, it's death by doctor.
Right. So it's interesting.
And it's a really good book. It is a tome. It's a huge book.
Right. She's already read it.
I've read it, and I've read some of it to him.
She's read like the highlights, and what I mean by highlights, if you can see this, all those little...
That's what happens when I read a book.
That's what happens when she reads a book. So those are all the highlights that she reads to me. But now I'm going back and reading the whole book myself. So that's interesting. And can we mention about the certification?
Sure, go ahead.
And another great thing that's happened is all these resources that we have found for whole food plant-based diet, all these doctors have gotten together and created a certification at Cornell University to become certified in whole food plant-based diet. Nutrition. Robin's going to be taking it.
I'm going to get certified in whole food plant-based nutrition.
And that's starting January 3rd?
January 3rd, yeah.
So she will be certified in that, and probably after she completes it, I will go ahead and be certified in it.
Right.
But we're going to let her do it first.
Yeah, and it's three 2-week sections, and I asked them, can I do them all at once? Because, I'm like that. And they were like, well, you can. So I don't know if I will. We'll see. My
advice is do the first one like you're supposed to.
Right.
And see what the workload is.
Right.
Because, it is Cornell University, and I'm sure they're not going to make it simple easy.
Right. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to do that and be able to share what I learned with you guys. Now, obviously, at Cornell University, and they're being certified, they are hardcore 100%. You go all whole food plant-based and you don't do anything else. Right. And so the fact that he and I are at 90% and that we encourage you to try to get to 90% is probably a little bit heresy in their world, but we're going to continue to do that. So I think that's
pretty much it for today. What we wanted to share with you
today was that, get more nutrients from your food. Eat real food, whether it, plants or whatever. Right. And as I've told you before, the way to do that is to look at what you're eating and then how and why, and replace it with something that is a healthier choice. Right. And it means getting the healthier choices in the house. Right. And that's what it takes.
Exactly.
And I'm happy to help you do that. I can help you do a pantry clean out and the psychological stress that comes with changing your diet. I'm qualified to help you with that, and I can do that via Zoom or Skype, so I don't even have to live where you are. And I know we don't have our website up yet to be able to do that. We're working on it.
We got a design. I'm going to start doing some of the programming today. So we'll get that going.
Yeah, but you can reach out here on Facebook, or you can email us at rnrjourneytohealth@gmail.com.
Right.
we have that email address now.
Right,
so
exactly. So I think that's it.
I think so. So
Yeah.
we're fasting. My sister may be coming, my baby sister, and if she does, I may pop on tonight when we do our fasting day meal and introduce you guys to her. She is not whole food plant based, but she
will be
like
tonight.
watching.
She's eating here.
If she's eating here, she will be tonight.
Yes.
So we may be back around 6 o'clock with my baby sister to say hi if I can convince her
Which
to
will be
pop on
fun.
with us.
Yeah.
So. All right, it's good to see you guys. Thanks for the comments.
Thanks for
I
tuning
saw
in.
them. I will come back and reply to them via text when we get done here.
Right, exactly. And so with that, we will say, eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a
Thanks,
great day,
everybody.
guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.